All right, welcome to Chem 106 Lab. This is virtual lab, so we're going to do our best to try to learn some important skills and techniques associated with laboratory work. Um, if you have been already exposed to um, Beyond Labs, right? We're going to be using Beyond Labs in Chemistry 106 Lab here. And there are 13 different labs, which you're going to, or 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different labs that you're going to be doing throughout the semester. All right. And I've attached with the labs here suggested knowledge needed to do this lab. So that'll help you kind of relate what kind of information is from the book or the lecture. If you're in the lecture right now, if you're in the Chem 106 lecture right now, then as we get to these chapters, you would be prepared to do these labs. You don't have to wait for these chapters, though. However, if you want to prepare a different way, another thing you can do is you can find the labs within Beyond Labs itself. So one of the windows in Beyond Labs here is the worksheets window, and you can find the title of the lab in the worksheet window, so strong and weak electrolytes. And you can click on strong and weak electrolytes, and then it'll open up this here, and then within the worksheet, you can navigate to the worksheets here. Let's see, reactions in stoichiometry, strong and weak electrolytes, right? So I can click on this, and then I can read through this. I could do all of this in Beyond Labs if you like. This isn't what you're going to be turning in. This would be some exposure that you could gain to prepare for doing the lab. All right. So again, this is how you would, one of the ways that you could prepare for the lab. When you're actually ready to do the lab, then what you would do is you would click on this link, this strong and weak electrolytes lab link. And then you would, it's formatted as a quiz, and you would go into the quiz, and much of the information from the worksheet is included here in terms of instruction and an explanation for how to do things. And so you would go through and provide answers to the questions as you went through. And then after you're done here, from that is where I'm going to gather whether or not I feel like you've been able to learn about how this sort of thing would be done in the lab. Okay. Now there's no time limit, so after you open this, you can leave it open for days if you like, and you can talk to your tutor if you or myself if you feel like you're stuck with something, right? So some people were concerned, what if I get into here and I don't know how to do it? You could leave it open, that's fine. I prefer that you try to commit to the time frame so that if you're going to work on it, you work on it. Let's see, if you're going to work on it, you work on it while it's open, right? And I prefer that you not work with other people on these because unfortunately we don't have a real good way of preventing each other from sharing answers, okay? But again, I'm not going to be able to police that, so if you choose to work with other people, pay close attention because some of the problems shift according to the specific. I mean, every person will get may get slightly different questions sometimes. So, but yeah, I would prefer you work on it by yourself. And then when you're done with this, you can just submit the quiz and the points that you get, or if there's some questions that have to be corrected, I'll correct those, and so you'll know your score. All right. So these quizzes or these labs are not closed book, or they're not closed internet, they're not closed notes, right? It's open book, open internet, open notes. And as we mentioned, going back here to our labs page, there are suggested things or suggested knowledge base that you'd want to have to perform the lab well. Now, so for these first 4 labs, really these are kind of crossovers between Chem 105 and Chem 106. So this is material that you probably only need Chem 105 to perform these well. All right, so there's plenty that you can do before we actually get started with any of the chapters necessarily, or before you get into any of the chapters. All right, and that's basically how it's going to go. We have the lab final here that you can click on, and it will be locked for a while, but at some point I'll have it opened. But yeah, that's basically how things are going to go. If you have any questions, you can contact me and let me know, and I will try to guide you through it. Okay, hope that helps.